Hey, Morgan.
Hi.
So, first of all, let's start off with what school do you attend currently?
I attend Emory and Henry College
And where is that located?
in Emory, Virginia. 6 hours away from Virginia Beach.
So, how did you do your first semester? Or what, well,
How am I doing?
how are you doing
I'm
in your first
struggling.
semester? Why are you struggling?
Because so it's so much. Shut up. It's so much more different from high school. Like it's structured the same way as high school, but you kind of have a little bit of more free will with it. And so not only do you have to go to your classes and like do your work and stuff and like study or whatever, but you also have to like find out what to do with your free time, which is really hard because you can either spend that time like getting work done, hanging out with friends, practicing for whatever you have. You can go to like the events on campus, you can eat. you just have to find out like what to do with all the free time that you have.
So no more mommy waking you up and saying, Morgan, it's time to go to school.
No.
So what happens if you don't wake up to go to school?
It depends on the class. So with every class, you have a certain amount of absences you're allowed to have before either your letter grade in the class goes down or you just fail the whole class in general. So
so they'll fail you for missing class even
Yeah.
if your grades are good.
like literally for the whole class. But some teachers like are willing to work with you as far as that, because I know like with me, like I have like issues like with my muscles and my shoulders and stuff, and sometimes it's kind of like painful for me to like get out of bed in the morning, but like my professors know that and they understand, and like they're willing to work with me as far as attendance on stuff like that. So.
Have you done anything at school that you stepped outside of your comfort zone, or did something like out of the ordinary that you would have never done at home or that you have never done?
Well, I take a dance class.
Oh.
I take a jazz
And why are we
class.
laughing, Morgan? Because what?
Because I can't.
You can't what?
I can't dance.
You can't
Well,
date.
I mean, I can dance, but it's not like professional experts.
A professional expert. So
like-
what you only dance in the mirror?
No, when it comes to like
TikTok.
no. Shut up.
Follow her. Almost dumpling.
Leave me alone. Okay, when it comes
Look who
to,
back
like,
there co-sided.
when it comes to like dancing, as far as like, so okay, here's what happened. So when I first got here, I was only planning to be a BFA acting major. Still want to be an acting major, but I'm deciding because I want to double, maybe even triple major. I don't know. But when I first got here, like, I was only into like the acting part, and I mean I like doing musical theater, but like I didn't want to like make that my entire thing.
But what happened though? What happened?
was
Tell them what happened.
So we had auditions coming up for the student directed or one act and the musical for the school, and I went to the auditions period, and I did my monologue. They sang my song, and then I also went to the dance audition, the dance callback, they called it.
And what happened?
What happened was
You opened that mouth and they was like, what?
Literally the next week, like I added on 2 classes to my schedule, which was the musical voice class, where they basically teach you how to sing musical theater styles, and then the jazz dance class, because when I sung my song at the audition, the voice teacher who was there, she saw potential and she wanted me to join her class. And
So they made you do what? They made you drop the math you were
they
in,
made
right?
me drop the math class that I was in, because I could literally take that at like any point or whatever, and I added on those 2 classes, so that's what happened. But as much as I would like to be a BFA musical theater major, I can't do it, especially with what I want to major, what I also want to major in, which is creative writing. I think I'm just going to stick with getting my bachelor's in theater and double majoring that with the creative writing English track and minoring, or if I feel bold enough, triple majoring in French. So.
Yeah, because when you graduated from high school, you graduated, you have been deemed to be bilingual.
Even though I lost like some of it, but I can still understand it.
Yeah.
I just need to work on speaking.
I think you do need to pick that up because that's something good to have, especially for an African American female to be able to speak, another, a whole nother language. But the hard part about it, right, is the fact that when you speak a different language, there's different dialects, so you have to learn the different dialects as well.
And that's the part, like, that's something, like, since I've been in high school, or since I started learning French at the higher level in middle school, because like back when I was in middle school they were offering high school courses, and so I started taking like a French 1 high school course in 7th grade.
So by the time you got to what was it, 11th grade, you were deemed to be bilingual?
I was deemed bilingual
10th or 11th?
11th.
11th.
No,
Was it 10th?
I was deemed bilingual 11th grade, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was my last year taking French as well. So I started, okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was at the 5th level, and well, technically it was the 5th level, but they called it SO, the standard. They had, it's IB stuff, like they had higher level, standard level, and
So,
I took the standard level class.
So how do you feel about the college that you go to now? Do you feel like it's a perfect fit to you, or are you feeling like
I've been
not so
having
much?
I've been having kind of like doubts about going here, because it's been how many months, like 3, this is the 3rd month.
Yeah.
Going into the 3rd month of
Actually, it's going into the 4th month, right?
August, September, October.
Well,
It's
3 months. Okay.
Going into the 3rd month, like, so my school is in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, like there's stuff to do.
Yes,
but
it is.
But it's like if you want to find something to do, like you'll have to travel for it.
Outside.
Travel like really far to find something. But luckily, like the people on the campus, like they try to plan as many activities as they can because they know that our school is like literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it actually is. It's in the mountains, and like I want to say they said it was 60 degrees in the beach, or 50 something, and it's literally 35 degrees today. And right now at night, since it's dark, didn't they say it was gonna get down to freezing?
Below freezing.
Below freezing tonight. So, and her poor little body not used to it. What is it? It's 38 degrees right now. Actually, we're in Abingdon. I stay in Abingdon when I come to visit Morgan, primarily because there's nothing in Emory. Nothing. So it's about,
to freezing like during the
Abingdon is, I want to say, about 7 to 10 minutes away from her campus. So,
well, my school is actually in Meadowview, which is literally right beside Emory, but they just say Emory because like that's the name of the school.
so are you deciding? Are you teeter-tottering between?
I'm teeter-tottering between staying here and transferring because like there are certain things that I've noticed about myself like since I've been here.
Such as?
Like
Do tell.
Like okay, so
And be real and honest.
yeah. So I find myself like even though they do like I said, we're in the middle of nowhere, so we don't really have anything to do. But even though they do like plan like all these activities and stuff, like I remember in the beginning of the year I had my calendar, my dry erase calendar, and I would go through the school's calendar of all the events and stuff, and I would write down stuff that I want to go to. But then like as I kept doing that, like starting October, like I just stopped going places unless like somebody was going with me. Like either somebody had asked me to go or I'd asked somebody to go. And instead of like going to things that I actually thought were cool and that I actually enjoyed and that I actually wanted to go to, like I just didn't feel the motivation to do anything. It's harder to get out of bed every day and feel excited to go to my classes.
Do you think it's because of the school? Do you think it's because of the school or the area?
I don't know. I don't know what it is actually. I've just been having like, as far as like some of the people are not my kind of people. They're not black. So, a lot of the people that look like me as far as skin color are either on the sports team or pre-med or like.
So basically, not that it's an issue with race, because we definitely don't have that. It's just the fact that is a lot less people that you can relate with.
There's a lot less people that I can relate to. I mean, there are some people, like, there are some people like me, but like, they're not like me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're not like you.
They're not like me, so, like, so it's kind of, it's hard to relate to.
So your campus isn't very diverse?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
My section of the campus is not that diverse. Although they are good people. I'm not saying that they're not good people. It's just that
your relatability is very low.
Yeah, the relatability is very low.
But you have met a good friend. And they're arguing right now, so she has an attitude with her, but you have.
Yeah, I've met her.
Stop doing that. I'm gonna tell her.
It's still kind of hard to relate to her though, because me and her are like, but it's also a good thing because like you meet people who are from different backgrounds than you. So like, I'm black, she's white. She's the only child. I have 4 siblings. There's a lot that differs,
right,
when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, but it gives you like open-mindedness as to like where people come from. So because not everybody's gonna do the same as you.
So are you thinking about transferring?
I have been thinking about transferring.
So would you closer to home? And what did your dad say when you told him that?
He said me and Mom pitiful.
Yeah, he says that me and her are pitiful because we talk on the phone literally every day. And if we're not talking on the phone, we're texting each other. So, yeah. This was my first doll baby. I miss my boo. But, have you thought about any particular schools that you might be thinking about closer? Would you be more apt to go down south or up north, or what?
I'm more inclined to go up north. As far as like the DMV area.
Okay.
So like DC.
So you're looking?
Yeah.
So when do you think you'll be ready to make a final decision of whether you're gonna stay or whether you're gonna go?
So what I want to do is I want to give myself like a whole year here.
Right.
Before I try to make any drastic decision. I might. I don't know. It just depends on it, cause like every day it like teeters back and forth. Like one day I'll be like, I'm transferring. I don't want to be here anymore. Like this is stupid. Like why am I here? And then the other day I'll be like, well, like there are good things about this campus, and I can't really, cause I've learned so much while I'm like so much already in only 3 months, as far as like what I want to do. As far as like the industry that I plan to go into, so I've already learned so much, and like I kind of just want to give it another semester before I just completely make a decision. or at most I give it another year, like sophomore year.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what advice would you give upcoming seniors that are planning on going to college? What kind of advice would you give them as far as making their decision or sticking to the decision that they've made? Because, you know, some people might say, oh, I want you to go here. And then you go there, you're like, it's not where I want to be. Or you go somewhere and you're like, I think I made a mistake. What kind of option, what would you tell them?
What advice would I give them?
Yeah.
Just go at what you think is best for you. Because there were a lot of people in my family that were rooting for me to go to certain schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't feel like it was right for me to make that decision, you know, because people have their own like thoughts of how like certain schools are, like sometimes without ever have been to those places. So you just gotta go. You gotta go with your gut. Like just make sure you go on like visit the campuses beforehand before you make a decision, and you just find one that you vibe with and that makes you feel right and go with it. And then if you get there, if you feel like it's the right decision for you and you get there and you're not vibing with it as much as you did in the beginning, then go somewhere else.
It's
Nobody is going to judge you. Nobody's going to talk bad about you. It's not like the faculty at the school that you're at are going to just like start gossiping about you, because it literally happens like every single day that somebody is leaving one school to go to another one. It's not like you're blacklisted or anything. It's just like you just got to find
the right fit.
Where you fit at. And sometimes it takes. I've known people like who graduated like before me who have been to like 2 and 3 and 4 different schools before they have found the right school. And those people that you're transferring from are willing to work with you, and the people that you're transferring to are willing to work with you so that you graduate on time and, you know, get the degree that you deserve.
Well, thank you, Morgan. Y'all pray for my baby.
Please.
Keep her in your prayers. She's doing her best. We are
can I say another piece of advice?
Sure.
Literally nobody cares. Nobody cares. You could walk. Like, okay, high school and college are completely different. High school, people are only focused on their looks and what they look like and how other people think about them. You could walk outside in 29-degree weather with a bikini on and nobody will look at you different. You could trip and you could fall, you could slip and fall on your butt in front of your entire class and nobody will care. And you know why? Because it happened to me. I slipped and fell and busted my behind on the ground, and literally people be like, oh my god, are you okay? And then 5 seconds later it's just like literally nobody cares what you look like. You could come outside with a bonnet on. We all trying to get to this degree any way possible, any way we know how. So it literally does not matter.
So those who are struggling with identity issues and the way they look, and you know, feeling like, oh, this person's not gonna like me because I look like this, or that person's not gonna like me. The one that's too skinny or the one that's super overweight.
Nope.
It doesn't even matter once you get to college, huh?
People at their lowest, but you know what? It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
Yep.
And it be people, like, especially big girls out there. Let me tell you something.
Talk to them, girl. Talk to them.
We got big girls on the dance team. We got big girls out here playing sports.
Doing
cheerleading stunts.
And do. I saw it for myself, y'all.
We got big girls. They be the ones that's bigger than me. I be out of breath walking up these hills. Oh, they be it literally all that body image issue stuff and worrying about what people think about how you look. Literally just throw it out the window when you go to college. And anybody who still has an issue with that, like people who make fun of other people because of how they look, they're the most immature people in the world. and they're not focused. They're not focused on what they want to do with their life. They're still worried about other people.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. You could be the ugliest thing in the world. Nobody's looking at you.
Everybody's still trying to get that
They're
degree.
still trying to get that degree.
All right, y'all. Like I said, pray for my baby. She out here in these mountains, making my nerves bad every day. And I call her every single day because I got to keep her in my thoughts and let her know that her mommy still loves her, and I'm thinking about her every day. But look behind her, y'all. Look at this fool. This right here. See, this right, Marcel, he had to come see his sister because this is his first best friend. And he been missing her, right? You been missing your sister? He not gonna admit it. You been missing your sister? And your dog? You get to see her? And then tomorrow you gonna have to be like, what? See you next time, buddy.
2 weeks though.
Yeah, then she'll be home for Thanksgiving. She gotta get that good old turkey. I don't know what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving.
Oh, by the way, guys, I lost weight.
Y'all, let me tell you, when I tell y'all, when I came here, I was like,
If y'all look at the older videos of me and them, I look way bigger. I promise you. So.
but anyway, guys, yeah, her older videos show her at a totally different size. My baby done lost some LBSs.
I have not weighed myself since I left the house. The last time I weighed myself, I was 2.
Don't tell nobody.
No, I want to say it.
Don't tell nobody.
I'm not embarrassed.
Okay.
I was like 2. I think I was like in the 260s. And I haven't weighed myself since. But 260s, that also came from me losing 40 pounds in 10th grade.
Show them what you got. What can you see now that you didn't see before you
see
left
my
home?
collarbones
This
in
girl
my
got
neck.
collarbones, y'all. She got collarbones, y'all. I can't believe, I was like, girl, your neck is long. Yeah, my baby done lost weight. She's looking good. But I hope it's not weight loss from stress. That's the last
It's
thing.
mostly from my dance class. I'm
Okay.
basically forced to exercise 3 times a week.
That's great. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me with this little talk with Morgan. Hopefully she gave your college students or your upcoming college students some kind of motivational talk just to let them know what they're up for in the future. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, you guys, peace.